This is Dr. Jester. Welcome to Stupid. Well, foregoing the usual introduction, this one is next level stupid. I mean, look at the title. You will agree with me that I didn't have to say, welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, I'm gonna rant about this, when this is... Oh my goodness. Oh, shit on a stick? Fuck. Chicago area leaders call for Illinois to ban to abolish history classes. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna try to read this news as much as I can because oh my god, you couldn't ask for a better clown world. You couldn't ask for more stupid in one news article. You can't believe the amount of idiotic vitriol that they spilled on this. Oh, I mean, I'm laughing already at 2 minutes straight. I can't control myself. Okay, okay. Can do this. I'm gonna sacrifice myself for you guys. I'm gonna sacrifice. I'm gonna be your Jesus. Okay. Leaders in education, politics, and other areas gather in suburban Evanston Sunday to ask that the Illinois State Board of Education change the history curriculum at schools statewide and temporarily halt instructions until an alternative is decided upon. What's the alternative in teaching history? Oh, you mean... you mean you want historical indoctrination studies? That's probably a better description of what you guys want, isn't it? You want to be able to change history like Stalin did, or, well, every single communist utopia did, or socialist utopia did, and... say that that certain demographics are complete saints and that they never committed a crime in history ever. And that socialism is good, that American is evil. Is that what you guys want to teach? At news conference, State Representative Lashon K. Ford said current history teachers lead to a racist society. And overlook the contributions of women and minorities. Okay. Before the event on Sunday, Representative Ford office distributed the news release. Representative Ford today in Evanston to call for the abolishment of history classes in Illinois schools, in which Ford asked ISBO and school districts to immediately remove historic curriculum and books that unfairly communicate history until a suitable alternative is developed. Well, there's a reason that white and males are usually taught on schools because, well, let's face it, you live in a Western world. If you wanted to read about history about certain minorities, go live on their own countries. If you want to read more about African history, go live in fucking Africa. If you want to learn more about Latin American history, go live in a fucking Latin American country. Because they usually teach that stuff in those Latin American countries instead of, I don't know, American history. That's very rarely taught unless you actually go to a school who actually teaches that. But otherwise, that's exactly what you're going to find. You're not going to see people complaining about it. If you're not going to read or study history of Kenya on America or history of Angola on America. Oh, God damn it, you're going to probably just glance over, because what's important is to teach the local history on your own country. Are these people fucking retarded? And then again, the most historical figures that made most changes and most inventions or contributions happens to be male, regardless of the race. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find a lot of males in doxed because of a stupid sign. God damn it, Windows. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you're going to find you're going to find it on African history in Africa. I don't know, Chad or Congo or something. You're gonna find mostly men contributed to history and society. That's because men usually take the most risk. They usually are more active or more dominant in that regard. Women are generally more passive. So they generally, I'm not saying it's 100% the case, because there has been women that have made contributions to society and other inventions and things like that, but what usually happens is that women are generally more submissive in that regard. They usually don't go to politics and stuff like this. And there's also the problem of history in the past, that women didn't generally have the same rights as men did. That's why even in today's world, you can find problems on that. Islamic worlds and in Africa, those are very macho patriarchal societies that the feminists and the control left doesn't want you to know about. Or if they do, they don't want to address it. Holy shit on a stick, you people are retarded. The representative instead suggested that schools devote greater attention towards civics and ensuring students understand democratic processes. It costs us as a society in the long run forever when we don't understand our brothers and sisters that we live, work, and play with, Ford said. You stupid. The state representative is sponsoring a bill that would require elementary schools to teach students about civil rights movements. Oh, go fuck yourself. We teach that in history. And no, don't teach them to be fucking activists. The representative for today in Evanston, okay, the full news, Evanston to call for abolishment of history classes in Illinois schools. Oh, you're gonna ask for a clown world. Concerned that current school history teachings leads to white privilege and under racist society. Go fuck yourself. State Representative Sean K. Ford, had to be a Democratic from Chicago. Of course, you're more worried about this than actually solving black on black crime on Chicago. No wonder the Americans keep calling it Chirac. Chicago was Chirac. No wonder, because the violence in there is huge. But frankly, it's still kind of low in comparison to the violence in Latin America. But still, in a country like America, Chicago is kind of an embarrassment. We'll join local leaders today at noon in Robert Crown Center in Evanston to call on the state to stop its current history teaching practices until appropriate alternatives are developed. The alternative you want is to make students to be pro-BLM, you want them to ignore statistics, you want to indoctrinate them to history that you want approved, and that they get whitewashed and other stuff like that. Is that it? Is that what you want to teach? When it comes to teaching history in Illinois, we need to end the miseducation of Illinoisans. No, you don't want to end the miseducation of Illinoisans. No, you don't. What you simply want to do is control what they are taught and teach what you want them to learn to become activists and and establish your socialist utopia. But that's what you want. Ford said, I'm calling on the Illinois State Board of Education and local school districts to take immediate action by removing current history books and curriculum practices that unfairly communicate our history. Are you retarded? Until a suitable alternative is developed, we should instead devote greater attention towards civics and ensuring students understand our democratic processes, how they can be involved. I'm also alarmed that people continue to display symbols of hate, such as the recent display of Confederate flag in Evanston. It's not a symbol of hate, it's a symbol of Southern identity today. Do you realize that words and symbols change during time? For instance, what happens to the word gay? Wasn't it meant to be happy a few decades ago, but suddenly it changed its definition to mean now someone who is homosexual? Have you forgotten about that? Have you forgotten about the LGBT, the alphabet flag was meant to be, I don't recall exactly, but it was meant to be a symbol on the Bible, on things like that, on Christianity. Symbols change. For instance, the Nazis appropriated the swastika that was a Buddhist symbol, and they inverted it and became the swastika you all know today from the National Socialists. Symbols change, you fucking retard. Attendees at Sunday's press conference will discuss how current history teaching practices overlook the contributions by women, members of the Black, Jewish, and alphabet communities, and other groups. These individuals are pushing for an immediate change in history-changing practices starting this school year. Are you retarded? The miseducation of history must stop, said Malika Gardner of We Will. It is urgent that it come to an end, and we witness our current climate become more hostile. Miseducation has fed and continues to feed the systemic racism for generations. If Black history continues to be devalued and taught incorrectly, then it will call for further actions. Well, no, what you want to do is whitewash, change history. You want to erase history, the bad history that you want hidden, and then change the other history to fit your narrative. You want to make activists. You are not interested in ending racism. Because if this was bad, if they taught systemic racism and other things, then why did racism started to disappear a few years ago, and then it came back after you guys saw that you could earn a lot of money by claiming racism? I remember quite succinctly that you guys barely even mentioned racism on the press, and then suddenly it became a huge problem. Evanston Mayor Steve Haggerty notes, as mayor, I'm not comfortable speaking on education curriculum or whether history lessons should be suspended. This is not my area. Personally, I support House Bill 4954 because I'm interested in learning more and believe the history of Black people should be taught to our children, including our groups. Women, I find that absolutely offensive. Latinx and Native Indians who helped build America. I'm pretty sure the Steve Haggerty might actually be a Democrat, because not only Democrats, mostly Democrats, talk like this, especially when you add an X on the Latinos, which that is absolutely offensive, especially as a Latino myself. Latinos, and in the Latin language, it's gendered, obviously, but when you use the male ending of the word, or a male word, it is considered gender neutral. So when you are addressing a group, instead of using a specific word to address both genders, you use the male pronoun, and it becomes gender neutral. Latinos mean both male and female. Yes, there are only two genders. When you use Latinas, it means only females, and males are excluded. That is a very specific gendered language, and when you use males, like I said before, when you use a male form of the word, it means gender neutral or males. That's how it works. But you guys are so goddamn retarded that you actually have to change something because, well, you people are stupid. Let's see. Let me confirm if you guys are actually, if you are a Democrat. Let me see. Yeah, of course, he's Democratic. Huh? How did I know? Oh, I doxed myself. Great. Well, thank you for watching. I'm gonna leave this absolutely very stupid news behind because holy fuck, just too much stupid in one place. Well, thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Good night.